up. Oh, well, I don't got that much. Okay, buddy.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach and you're watching.
Are you ready?
Greg Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And an alley to run. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. The 20, 10, and he will score. It's a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And
hold on. Does Reggie White have 2 touchdowns? No, not that. Oh my God, Willie. Reggie White has 2 touchdowns. A returned fumble and a tipped pass.
A lot of times in practice, you work on
Reggie
not
White
just
is the
one
GOAT.
tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many
three-syllable word.
syllables, yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their
Okay,
offense,
jump
try and
on
get
him.
back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Try to forget about that pick six last time out. Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. And that one's complete to Gurley. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard. Making it 3rd and 9.
Oh, he got me.
Now Mahomes. He's going to dump it off to Gurley.
But, alright. Does that hold them?
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field
Call me Cole
can
Hardman.
really generate big plays for an offense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They're running it. Watch twist.
They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
52. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. And just shutting him off there. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. And running with power here. And he'll be taken down.
Oh,
as that
kid,
will
he's
take
still up.
us to the end of the first quarter of play.
That's the quarter end.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
12. Slam. Slam. Hey, switch gears. Deuce. Jam him. Quo.
From the red zone now, Locke. And a coverage.
McCormick got stuck.
Incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Dickerson.
Something else, baby.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called, they are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
And that I can.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Load the gang, go pretty hard. Get a boost out.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Cleveland Browns ready to set up shop for their next drive, and this is a Browns team, Charles, that has been on a roller coaster ride this year. Entered the season with all those expectations. One bright spot's been Nick Chubb. He's been great at running back. He's in contention for the rushing title, but they didn't string together back-to-back wins until week 11, and they've just been treading water all season. And get this, they're not going to finish above 500 this year. The last time that the Browns were above 500, 2007.
And just think that that would have been, or let me rephrase that, that should have been a heck of a goal for this franchise to show considerable growth, right? Move above 500 and show that they're going to be a contender for years to come. But things really got out of whack in the offseason. All of a sudden, people were talking Super Bowl. Yeah. I don't know how we got there, all right? Even with hindsight, you're like, how was that discussion coming up? But it was. Super Bowl, playoffs, all of that. So now it looks like a major disappointment when they could actually finish 500, which should show growth.
Well, sometimes expectations come, but for not the right reason. I mean, Baker Mayfield, he's a guy that makes a lot of headlines, OBJ, and a lot of drama this year. Sometimes those headlines weren't for the right reason.
Cut your homie like and clap. Knocked off his dress. Just a satisfaction. We'll come take off. Head.
Second-year quarterback, rookie head coach, meshing with new players and new talent on both sides of the ball. That usually takes time. We were looking for the quick fix.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mahomes firing complete, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
Like I'm Gucci Man in 2006.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Mahomes to throw, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. Second and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
And Dawson's kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now a give, right side. Dickerson. So we've hit intermission. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offense spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead.
With a like a swimming pool,
and that's probably a good philosophy. Now a first down throw, Luck. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Luck. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Oh, come on.
On 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And touchdown! Nicole Hardman, 51 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Oh no, he's really not trying to run him. It was like probably a 40 Todd Gurley.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile that yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Cleveland offense ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have
it's on legend, Willie.
like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just
Willie.
All right? So you got to go out and
I'm playing on legend. Remember when you got whooped on MVP last night?
It wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He may try and run. Mahomes hit.
Oh, get hit, sick boy.
It's going the other way.
Alright, go Dylan Smith.
There he goes left side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
Hey, Willie, there's new solo battle opponents. I didn't even do all 5 of them last time.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. The Browns drive about to get started, and they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way, because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Alert! Alert! 3 down!
Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught by Brown. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the
Mahomes now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
3 down. Odd.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Incomplete into the arms of LaFell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Literally not even playing.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mahomes now to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gonzalez. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Mahomes to throw once more. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Mean Joe Green coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Then he finds LaFell complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get...
Trying to get it to LaFell, but it's
Okay, well, I got a pick.
William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get
Literally wasn't even playing, and I got a pick.
LaFell, the intended receiver. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each...
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory
Reggie White
for our visitors.
had 2 of my
That is their
touchdowns.
defense that really made this.
Oh, I'm so close to 46. Wait. Wait, so what do I get if I... 46. Yeah, 26-0, Georgia won.